Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We are here today with Terrance and Denisha. Welcome, y'all. How are we feeling today?
I'm doing good. How you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
good, good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, it's good to hear. So, Terrance, we had you on quite a few episodes of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I believe it was 3 episodes.
Hmm.
And the people were rooting for you. They were like, "Man, we gotta find Terrance a match. We gotta find Terrance love, all
Yeah.
that good stuff." So then you actually got your own little series, or what you may call it, Blind Love Dating with Terrance.
Hmm.
And on that, you ended up matching with Denisha. So let's take a look at, how the episode went and how these two became a match.
Hi, Terrance. My name is Denisha.
Hey,
I'm 27. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
what makes you interested in me from what you see so far and from the past episode, and why should I pick you?
So, I would say, after doing some research, that I definitely like the fact that you have always been genuine in yourself.
Well, this is our match, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got Terrence a match!
Hey, good. I just want to say I'm very excited with my pick. I mean, I feel like I would have probably picked this, from the beginning. So I'm definitely excited, and I'm willing to go on a date and see where we go from here and get to know each other and hopefully, be, a couple, So
Okay.
I like all your answers, so I think it was perfect, and I like them. So
Thank you.
no,
I appreciate it.
no problem.
Well, my name is Denisha. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity. I'm just grateful that he selected me, that he liked my answers. More importantly, I like that he liked this more spiritual side of me because that is something that I wanted to reintroduce myself as. But I am looking forward for a day, just getting to know him better as an individual and just seeing where things go from here.
Okay, so as we saw, you guys, got to know each other quite a bit on that blind date love by, Terrence asking you all those questions, getting to know you a little bit deeper on a more personal level. So from that show, have you guys gone on a date?
Well, we actually had went on 2 dates.
Oh,
I feel like we didn't do the date that we really wanted to do, that we said we was gonna do. That was
okay.
gonna be like our third one, but we did go on 2 dates.
Okay, okay. So how was the first date? Where'd you guys go?
The first date was good. We actually went to like the food land, little carnival thing. So
Okay,
it was dope. I actually got to try food I never saw, never heard of, and stuff
okay.
like that. So
Very nice.
yeah.
So the food land, that's like what, like a food truck kind of thing, or?
It was like a food festival, so it's Foodie
Oh,
Land.
okay.
So they had different like vendors,
Mm-hmm.
different restaurants that came out, so we were able to like sample some of the foods.
Okay. And that was like how soon after you guys met that you guys went on this date?
I want to say maybe a week. Was it a week? I think so, a week.
About a week. Okay. And how'd that date go for you?
It was nice.
Yeah.
I think that you get to learn a person and what they like to eat. So
Mm.
we did walk around a few times. He was very sweet, bought me my drink, so I got the
Oh.
cute little pink like piggy that I still have, but
Uh-huh.
it was nice.
Okay. Very cool. And now from that point on, you said you guys went on 2 dates. How did the second date go? Or I guess how soon after that first date was the second date?
I want to say maybe like two-ish weeks
2 weeks after.
afterwards.
Okay.
We had went out to Mill Avenue and had
Mm.
got some pizza.
Okay. And you guys love pizza? Is that why you guys chose a pizza spot? Or, oh, you don't like pizza?
He loves pizza. It's his favorite food.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, so you picked the spot, I'm guessing? The pizza
No,
place?
she picked it like I
Oh.
was trying to do something special, but she was like, well, she was already going to an event already, so she was like, it's right there by her, so
Okay.
she wanted to take me there, and it was good. And then they had like a comedy little show, so
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it. It was dope.
Okay, so then who planned it? I know you said you chose the spot, but
Yeah, I planned everything,
oh,
like both dates.
both dates.
Yeah.
Terrence.
Well, I don't. I wouldn't say like that. That what is a good thing that she did. Like she was telling me she wanted to go to like the Cheesecake Factory, so that's what where I really was like, okay, we can go there and try that or
Okay.
whatever. So, but we didn't ever get around to go to that or to do that date. But
Okay. Why not?
well, at that time, that's when we kind of like stopped talking or whatever. I guess she got fed up with me not planning the date, but I felt like she got to. I feel like she could have been patient, more patient, because I feel like when we stopped talking, that's when we kind of like had a little more free time. So
Okay. So from what I heard, the first date was a week after you guys met. So why did it take a week for you to even think of planning something? I guess I should ask. Because
well,
you had to plan that, right? For you
Hmm.
guys to go. Okay.
well, actually, like she was just talking about it, and then it was coming up, so it
Okay.
wasn't like it really wasn't like a planned thing, but it was just something that was coming up. She was like, "I'm gonna get the tickets, let's go!" Like,
Okay.
so I kind of liked it that she went on and did that, but like I would definitely, if it was up to me, I would have definitely went on and did on like a special date or something very romantic. But I liked it that we got to spend time and talk to each other, and got to know each other a lot more.
Okay. Okay. And so, Denisha, how did you feel having to be the one to like take the initiative and plan those first two dates?
Yeah, I would say with the first date, it definitely was me just taking an initiative because I'm very fast
Mm-hmm.
paced when it comes to just making time,
Yeah.
doing things that I like. So I did already have the tickets for
Mm.
Foodie Land. So it was one of those things I was like, hey, I have the tickets. Let's go. Come
Okay.
on with me. So he did like tag along for
Okay.
that. And then for the second date, I honestly don't consider it a date
Oh.
because it was more of a hangout.
Mm.
And I think that he uses the word we, but it should be I because when it came to the pizza, it was, I thought we were going to go to a comedy show. He got there and then something happened where I think I was running late.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, well, I'll just meet you after the comedy show. So I went to the comedy show, had fun by myself. And
Okay.
then afterwards, he came to meet me for pizza, but it was a little bit late. So at that point, I was like, I already had a few drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's late. I'm tired. I work in the morning. So, like, let's just eat and go type
Mm-hmm.
thing. But
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate him still coming through, but it wasn't like the original plan. And then I did plan it because he likes pizza. So I
Mm.
figured, like, you're not from here. Let me take you somewhere that I like
Right.
and enjoy to, I guess, show you a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
And so, just so I understand, the comedy date was, I mean, the comedy show was something you guys planned to go to?
Yeah, I had bought tickets for that too.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but
And he didn't show up for that? Or I guess I'm trying to understand.
he was there and then I was running late and so then he went home and then met me once the show was over, which was around like 10 p.m.
Oh, and how late were you running?
Maybe like 30, it was maybe like 30 minutes. I think the show started at 7.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was
Okay.
like there at like maybe 7:30.
Got it. Okay, Terrence, you didn't want to wait for her?
Well, it was like the comedy show was like probably like
Like,
7 miles away from my job. It was right there, and then when I got off, I just went there, and that was the
okay.
plan. We was gonna meet there like around that time,
Mm-hmm.
but I know we both, get off, kind of late, close to
Yeah.
the time. So I was like, well, she was telling me she was gonna be late, so I was like, I want to go home because I really wanted to get out the clothes anyway. I didn't really want
Mm.
her to see me dirty like that anyway. So I'm like, I still get to see you. We go to the pizza spot after because she wanted to support a friend too as
Mm.
well.
Okay.
So, well, she actually was in the show too. So, she just wanted to go
Oh,
support. So,
okay.
and then I was like, well, let's do the pizza place. I'm gonna go home, get ready, freshen up, do everything, and then
Mm.
by the time the show is over, we can just meet there. And it was right there by there too. It wasn't far away from there too.
Okay. All right.
So,
You were in the comedy show?
No,
Oh, I thought he
no.
said you were also in it.
No, it was one of the girls. Her name is Jazz. She was hosting
Oh,
a
okay.
comedy show, so I went to support.
Got it. Okay, that's good to hear. All right. And then so, how was the communication during all this time? Like, were you guys texting, calling, FaceTime? Like, how was all of that?
Yeah, I'll give him credit that he did text me good morning.
Mm,
He texted me good night. He did call me. I
mm,
just think that at times, I think when it came towards the end of our conversations,
mm.
that it just became very scattered. and
Oh,
inconsistent,
okay.
very inconsistent.
Okay. And so, do you know what could have possibly caused the inconsistencies? Was it on your end or was it on his end or a mixture of both?
It was 100% him. I'm not sure if it was just like his work schedule
Mm-hmm.
or just life in general, but I mean, he would text me, it kind of felt like when he wanted to. And then
Mm.
he did come home from work like tired. So there were times that I felt like he would text me later on at night. And
Okay.
it kind of gave like booty call hours when he like would try to
Mm.
talk to me. And I just really didn't like that
Okay.
because we both got off at the same time. So I figured if you would ask me about my day, you could do that at
Mm.
6, not
Mm.
at 9.
Okay, I see. Okay, Terrence, how do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, that was one thing about the communication that I didn't like. She had told me that like after 9, that's what she like. She kind of not want phone calls after 9, but I'm like, I'm already getting off work like maybe 6:30 sometimes, and then sometimes I even go do another job,
Mm.
that for myself. So
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like I only got 2 hours to like really talk to her, really like while I'm free
Mm-hmm.
before she sleeps. So
I see. Okay. And obviously that's you guys work Monday through Friday. Are you free weekends?
well, I work Monday through Fridays, and then sometimes I work on the weekends, sometimes I don't.
Oh, okay. So you were pretty busy.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. A lot of the times I wanted to plan like for stuff for us to do. We couldn't do it because I was only free on like Saturdays or Sundays.
Okay. And you weren't available those days?
Oh, I was
Okay.
available.
Okay.
Well, not all of them, because I feel like you could have. It was some times that I really wanted to plan something, but we wasn't able to plan them.
I just think that like once you felt like you were ready to plan, I was already out the door. So I had gave you chances to plan, and then after the third time when it just didn't come through, I just felt like it was a waste of my time. So I was no longer available for you.
Yeah. And I feel like for one of the dates though, I feel like you kind of like pushed it on me, but I feel like it was a little your fault too, because you was making it seem like, well, I was like waiting so late, but the day before I had a hard time talking to you or trying to plan that date.
So you did plan a date, but it
Well,
just didn't happen?
yes, yeah, well we planned the date and everything, yes,
Okay.
and then she the date we supposed to been going on, it
Mm-hmm.
was like I was running just a little late or whatever. I noticed that through the day or whatever. I'm like I'm behind, and then like I'm
And you
like,
communicated that with her? Like you let her know you're running late or you're a little behind?
well, not no, I guess I didn't do that as I should have, but
Mm-hmm.
by the time she communicated with me before I could, she was
Mm-hmm.
like is you coming to get me or are we meeting there or whatever that one? And I was like, where you at? She was like, I'm home. Then I'm like, I don't think I responded that back at the time, but I was about to respond, and then she was like, it was like 8:12. We supposed to be getting up at like 8 o'clock, like 8:12. She's like, nah, just forget it, I guess she was like, I don't even want to wait or whatever. I don't know. So
So you guys were supposed to meet at 8,
yeah.
but it was 8:12.
And we haven't, I guess we haven't communicated like where do I supposed to come get her or nothing. But I actually was about to get ready to do that at the
Okay.
time when she was just like
She was over
whatever.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So what happened there?
Yes. So I would just say when it comes to planning a date
Mm-hmm.
that you don't have to be too traditional with me, but there's like certain aspects that are important, like where, what time, and if you're gonna come pick me up or not.
Mm.
So it was one of those things where he had planned, he said Monday at 8,
Okay.
we're going on a date. I
Mm.
said, okay, I'll be ready. And so then around like 7:30, I asked him, am I meeting you somewhere or are you gonna come pick me up? It
Okay.
was around like 8:12, like he said, where he said, where are you at?
Hmm.
So in my mind, if you planned a date with me and you had intentions on taking me out, why wouldn't you have said like, hey, at 8 o'clock, meet me here? Because now at 8:12, if you tell me meet me at the Cheesecake Factory at the Biltmore, that's a 30-minute drive for me. So now we're
Mm.
going at closer to 9 o'clock. They close at 10.
Mm.
So I felt like you're playing with my time at that point.
Okay.
And if you wanted to really plan it, you should have just been more thorough with it.
Mm.
And since you didn't, and I'm ready, I'm waiting for you, it was kind of just disappointing to the point where I didn't want to see him
Mm.
anymore. Because what kind of responses, where are you at? versus, hey, I'm running late. I still want to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's meet here at this time versus where are you at? Like, I'm at home trying to wait for directions.
Okay. And now I know you said he said Monday 8, I'm taking you out. So did he let you know time, place, all that? Or it
He
was
just said Monday, 8 a.m. We're going on a date.
8 a.m. I mean 8
Or
p.m.?
8 p.m. Yeah. And I
Okay.
said, I'll be ready.
Okay, I see. And now throughout that whole day, did you like reach out to him like, "Hey, just want to check in. We're still on for today," or
I think we like said like hello, good morning, and then he was like, "We're still going on our date at 8." And
oh, he
and
said
I
that.
just said,
Okay.
"Okay, like
Okay.
I'll be ready,"
Got
basically.
it. Okay. So it sounds like you wanted him to take charge a little bit more. Is that what I'm kind of
Charge, yeah, just probably have more like seriousness in his plans. It just didn't seem like he was serious with the plans. Like he was
mm,
just doing it to do it. So if we got to this point, we had a story to tell.
mm, okay. Terrence, how you feel about that?
Well, no, I don't feel like that because I actually was into her. Like, I was like feeling her. Like, I felt like she came on the show for me. Like, I
Mm,
like if you doing, showing effort towards me, and I feel like I'm attracted in you. I want to get to know you and get to understand. Learn more about you or whatever.
okay.
But other than that, like I would say like on the second date, I would say like
And this is the pizza date, right? The second date?
yes, yes, yes. She, I guess, I kind of like she said she was tired. I kind of felt like, dang, I wanted us to hang out more or go do something else, but it was like the end of it. So I was kind of like let down about that too as well. Like I wanted to hang out with her more, but I
Mm-hmm.
felt like she was like, no, I had to go or whatever. So,
Oh, so you ended that date early, the pizza date
no,
one?
no, she didn't end it early. No, no,
Oh,
no. I'm just saying at the end of the like I weirdly was like hoping we could like go out somewhere else or go
okay.
to another
Why
place.
didn't you?
Well, she was saying it was late. She was late and she was tired. Like she was ready, to go home. I guess.
Okay. Oh, was it, did she say that to you or you were kind of just getting
No,
that vibe?
well, I guess she was like, yeah, it's late. She kept saying like it's late. So yeah.
Okay, okay. So, I mean, did you want him to take you somewhere else or you were like, I'm over it?
Absolutely not. And it wasn't because I didn't want to hang out. It was a Wednesday and I worked the next morning at
Mm,
9 a.m.
okay.
And if you wanted to hang out with me, should have came to the comedy show at 7. We would have had from 7 to 11 p.m. to have our night out, and then if it was fun, we would have continued it. But you came like at like 10, so from like 10 to
It wasn't
11,
that late.
it was late
It was like
actually.
nine something, like nine, close to 9:30.
By the time I think we were done, it was probably closer to 11. But like, even then, if you wanted to take me out, where would you have taken me that late at night on a Wednesday?
Well, I really didn't really wasn't like sure, but I know that like I wanted to like either like we could have went somewhere like to the like river or something like the Tempe River, anywhere, just something just to spend more time. I just feel like I wanted to be around you and talk to you more than what we did, and I just felt like yeah. Um, we was there at a comedy show too, at the pizza place too, so it was another one there. So
Mm,
it was still going too, and we left before it ended too. So
okay, I see here. And so, was there like, were there any other issues that would cause you guys at this point to not be in communication anymore or not want to pursue each other?
well, I feel like she just wasn't patient enough for me, and I felt like, geez, I thought like you coming on the show for me, I'm doing everything. I felt like you might be really wanting to get to know me more. So I feel like, geez, like you could have definitely like kept getting to know me or kept talking. I
Hmm.
didn't feel like that was enough to cut it off. I feel like, she don't want to try to date or try to let me learn more about her, or she learn more about me.
So she cut
So
it off with you.
yes, but I didn't even feel like I even got to the chance to even like break the barrel between us like I wanted to. So I feel like it was she cut it off before it even got started. So I would say.
Okay. And so, Denisha, what were the issues you believe on your end that caused this?
Yeah, I think first was just the communication was really inconsistent.
Mm,
I think that when it came to like the text messages, like messaging me like late at night was like a boundary for me that I
mm,
was like, I just don't want to speak to you past like a certain time because I do go to sleep so I can go to work in the morning.
yeah.
When it came to the dates, I did feel like I took an initiative to plan it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if you wanted to take me out, that you would have
Right.
taken me out and you would have made it happen,
Mm-hmm.
not wait for me. And then also, I would say, like, when it came to the patience, I think there's a really thin line between like patience and me wanting to know you and the time that I allowed you
Mm.
versus like how you're saying how I wasn't patient for you. I think you wanted me to wait around while you were just busy and I was on your time, but I just don't think like you were understanding my time. So that was like a problem for me too.
Okay. How you feel about that, Terrance?
I just definitely feel like, yeah, you was patient and everything, but I just feel like it could have been like, I felt like it was like a real thin line between love and hate with the whole situation. That's all I felt like. I felt like we was on a good turn, good, going like climbing the hill, going up the hill, like, getting to know each other
Mm-hmm.
basis type, and everything was okay, but then it's just like, nah, you know.
So to you, it felt like abrupt, like it came out of
It's,
nowhere.
well, I guess in like I know I can understand her being frustrated about our timing and about me making the date or whatever, or me being late,
Mm-hmm.
cause like I'm frustrated about it myself. Like I can
Okay.
never get off when I'm supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like, why cut it off now? Like we were just finna just go on a date, so why cut it off right now? One of the dates, I think it was the second date, maybe we were just talking, and she was telling me like you have to be like for her to date, or her husband have to be a disciple, and I'm a Baptist, so so that's where I was like, I know I don't want to change over, and she's like a beginning stage. She just got baptized, so I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want her to be, switching over, trying to get to know, or me trying to force her, or try to teach her something that I'm trying in Baptist when she can't date or be with anyone but with a disciple.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, yeah. So, like, one of the things as a Christian is that within my church,
Mm-hmm.
and also, I guess, within Christianity, is that you want to surround yourself with like the same people,
Mm.
and a part of that is dating a disciple. So, a
Mm.
disciple is a Christian, like a follower of God. And so, I did mention that, like, if I were to be with someone, I do want to date a disciple,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that the context of that probably was greater than you thought because to be a disciple means to be a believer of God and it's a follower of God. So it doesn't necessarily tie into the title of the religion that you practice, but it follows into the walk that you have in Christ. And so, being a disciple, it means someone that is watching their doctrine, that's practicing reading the Bible, going to church. And if those are things that you might not doing, then yeah, then maybe you're not as Christian as you think. But a Baptist is just like a form of religion. But I care about the relationship that a
Mm-hmm.
man has with Christ, not the church that he's in.
Okay. So in order for you to continue dating him, you wanted him to be a little bit more deeper within his relationship with God. Is that
No, we never even talked about it. I
okay?
think he just probably witnessed my lifestyle and
Mm.
realized it might not be something that he can follow with me. But I never asked him to come to church. He never invited me to his church. We didn't actually talk religion.
You had definitely invited me to church
Oh,
multiple times.
did you? Well,
Yeah.
he didn't go.
Mm.
So,
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so then, how did this conversation come up to be of him knowing like you would have to date someone who's a disciple and all of that?
I think it was just like a normal conversation, like getting to know each other.
Okay. So did
Yeah.
you felt pressured from that conversation or?
Well, no, I didn't feel pressure, but I felt like I'm a Baptist and she's a disciple, and I feel like that's wrong for you to even say that. Like someone is may not be able to follow up like you, like just because your relationship might be different than the next person different, so that's not nothing never good to say about anyone. So and but yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to keep pursuing as much after that. That was one of the deal breakers, but I really wasn't. That was one of the things I really wanted to talk to her about on the next date.
Okay. So would you say from, you hearing that, do you think that kind of pushed you back a little bit? And because I know she said she noticed that there was a decrease in the communication. Is that the reason why?
Yes, that's definitely was like, yeah, I know, because I'm like looking for to get married,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a wifey like right now. So if that's, and religion is gonna be like the top thing for number one for sure. So I
Okay.
feel like now, I used to feel like I didn't want no, it didn't matter, but I feel like now being and testing it out, I feel like it really like, you want to try to get someone that's on the same, want to be in the same, doing the same thing with you with the religion and same, what they call it when you say like you're Baptist and what is
Oh,
it called?
denomination?
Denomination, yeah,
Okay.
denomination. So I just want to be like I think it's very smart to look into like having the same denomination. So
Okay. I see here. And now, has he told you this yet? Or like when there was that decrease in communication, like were you aware of what had even caused that or anything? Like, or is this your first time hearing this?
This would be my first time hearing it.
Oh, okay. And how does it feel like to hear this or
I think it's a little bit disappointing because I'm a Christian. I
Mhm.
go to a non denominational church, and being a disciple is just, I wouldn't say it's a title, but it is a lifestyle. And I was raised by a Catholic family. My mom's Catholic. I was
Mhm.
born and raised Catholic, and I chose to practice Christianity.
Mm.
My dad, he's spiritual, but he doesn't go to church. He didn't pressure my mom, so I understand like wanting to be with someone, talking about getting married, raising the
Mhm.
children. But I think that kind of just goes back to like having those conversations
Mhm.
when you do get to that point, and
Yeah.
it's something that I would be open to, but it is a little bit just disappointing and shocking to kind of hear I'm too Christian, maybe, but
Mm.
being a disciple is not nothing.
Okay. Okay. And so yeah, as you stated earlier, you named like your three issues of what you think led to this. Terrence, you named that one. Was there any others?
well, I would say like she had told me one time she was like I felt pressured about this. She was like well, what you do different from the guys in my DM that's trying to talk to me, like, so I kind of was like hurt about that because I'm like I have a whole bunch of girls that's in my DM, but I'm like not talking to her because I'm trying to get to know her
Mm.
one-on-one serious base, but she's telling me that and that kind of hurt my feelings a lot too.
Okay, so just to make sure I fully understand what you're saying, so she let you know that she had guys in her DMs, like reaching out to her to take her out, or I don't know what it was,
Yeah, I
or
don't know what it was. I didn't ask either.
oh, okay. So what did she tell you specifically that would hurt your feelings?
Well, she was just like, just pretty much just like, why, give me a reason why should I talk to you instead of someone else, and that's trying to in my DMs, like, and I was
Okay.
just like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm sitting here telling myself, nah, I'm not gonna talk to her like people that, because I'm trying to date and get to know her first. So,
Mm.
and she didn't came and showed that she liked me, so I wanted to like see if the vibe was there or
Okay.
whatever. So I was like kind of shocked that she haven't even said that.
Okay. And did you tell her that how you felt when she said that?
Well, I'm not even sure what I said, but I know I probably wouldn't have just came out and probably told her that the way
Mm.
like that. But I know that she probably saw that, like, saw it in my action maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Did you see any change in him after? Well, what did you tell him? I guess I should ask you about the whole DMs and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
I wouldn't say maybe I made a comment like, what would you do that makes you different than men in my DMs? I think that maybe it was just perceived wrong because I think the question more is like, what do you do that makes you different, and why should I invest my time and energy into you? And you, I guess, didn't have a response because if you fell back, all I noticed was that you were distant, but I didn't know that was something that would bother you because I would have actually even showed you my DMs that a lot of people that are messaging me, I don't respond
Mm.
just out of loyalty. But I do think when you're dating that you can have options. And I just didn't know that you were serious because you just didn't give me that same energy.
And also, you also have a lot of guy friends, so I feel like if we would have got in a relationship, I would have to check you a lot, not checking, but I feel like I need to know who these guys is that's your friend. So I kind of was thinking about that too as well.
Mm.
Even that, especially after that comment.
Okay. So, and did you hang out with these guy friends, or you saw it on her
Well,
Instagram, or how do you know she has like a lot of guy friends?
well, she told me, and when the first time I met her, she had a friend, a guy friend with her. So yeah,
Mm.
so I definitely saw her, and she told me so.
Okay, so the guy friend went on the date with you guys? I don't
Oh
get it.
no, no, this was this day, the night of the show, after the show.
Oh, he came to the show with her
We had went out to the club.
after the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Okay, and he was there.
yes.
Okay, and you were
I was like,
uncomfortable with that, or?
I was just like thinking in my head I was, but I never came out and told her. But later on down the line, she kept saying like how her friends, she had friends and friends. Like about the second date for sure. I was just like, I don't know. I need to probably get to know these friends. So that's all.
Okay. Has that ever been a situation or a problem in the past, like you having a lot of guy friends?
No, most men are very confident and secure in the relationship that we have. So I am very open with my friendships. I actually have a friend group.
Hmm.
They're amazing people, but it's a good mix of like male and females. But a majority of the guys that I hang out with, there are males. But I have no problem introducing anyone
Hmm.
that I'm with to my friends. So don't have a problem with that. But men normally don't have a problem with that because it's always just a good time.
Well, I feel like you actually told me that one of your guy friends like you, so I feel like what do you think I supposed to feel after that, or how I supposed to feel about that?
Yeah, that's actually like a really good point. I do think most males that might be my friend might like me, but I
Hmm.
just think that it also just comes down to trust and that you should trust me to know that if I'm with you, I'm publicly with you. I would love you out loud. You're not a secret, and that also would apply to my friends. So even if they like me or not, like I like you.
Okay. So your guy friends have told you they like you, or
Yeah, I've had like a few that told me that.
oh, okay. So was that a friend, or I guess I don't know. I'm trying to understand. Do they view you as a friend?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like I have very strict boundaries, so I've never crossed a line with any of like my male friends, which I
Okay.
think is probably why I was so like comfortable telling him
Mm-hmm.
about like men that I have that are friends and those that might say they like me, that I'm letting him know because it's not something that I'm keeping a secret. I'm just trying
Mm-hmm.
to be transparent so you know.
Okay. But can you kind of see how that could make someone you're dating feel, I guess, a little uneasy or uncomfortable?
Yeah, now I didn't know at the time.
Okay, I see. Okay. So Terrence, it sounds like, she kind of wanted you to just let her know these things.
I guess in like I was just a little hurt. I guess I was hurt, but I kind of was like dang, after everything happened, and she was over it about us getting together about dating.
Hmm.
I just feel like a lot of the stuff it was stuff that I wanted to talk to her over the date and just see where we was gonna go from there. So it was like I had a lot of stuff in my mind that I really wanted to ask her and talk about, but I
Hmm.
definitely liked her and liked the vibe. I definitely wanted to keep getting to know her more, and but I definitely saw that it was some flags that I felt like I wanted to ask her about, get to
Okay.
know, figure them out before we kept going forward. So I
Okay.
guess in like, yeah,
Okay. And so, with these red flags that were kind of popping off for you and everything, you're saying that kind of caused you to back off a little bit.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Like, I didn't want her to think it was just like, just it wasn't nothing, or I just didn't care or didn't value her time. I don't want her to think that her saying that kind of like, I don't want her to even think that way or feel that. So I just want her to know like it was some situation that I didn't come to her to tell her, that I definitely didn't feel comfortable with it or feel like, you know,
Okay.
that's something we should have to deal with in a relationship.
Okay, so what officially ended everything? What was the last conversation you guys had?
Yes, it was about the time me being late on the being late for well, I was late and she messaged me 12 minutes, like 12, 8:12. Let me
Mm-hmm.
know, like, yeah, you know, it just over with. I don't think it's gonna work for me, pretty much like that after that time. So that was the last time, but I was really wanting to get to the date to talk to her more about everything and everything, but we didn't even get to that point. So I just feel like maybe we just not meant for each other. But I was hoping we could be friends, but I guess you don't see we could be friends.
All right, so from what I'm understanding on your end, Terrence, it was the disciples, her saying, she would need to date someone who's a disciple, um, the DM statement about how, oh, what makes you different from guys in the DMs, and then she has a lot of guy friends.
Mhm.
That's kind of like the red flags that were popping off for you. And that's all that made you be like, no, okay, that's it for me.
Well, I know that she do go out of town a lot, so I wanted to put that out as well for her too. Like it was hard for me scheduling because I know that you was having a lot of plans, had a lot of plans for that month after
Mm,
the date. Well, a couple dates, couple months after the show, so we really wasn't never free to even like go on like weekend dates or dates. I feel like where we could have spent more time together and
mm,
did two things in one night. I feel like that's the type of dates I like. I like to do one thing and then do another one. At least go somewhere else. But
mm,
I just feel like she wasn't able. She wasn't around for me to take her out on Saturdays. On the days that I was definitely like free. On
mm.
some of the Saturdays that I was free.
She said she likes to go out, or you said out of.
I guess I would just say she wouldn't be free for me. So,
Mm.
but I know she was busy too, so let her tell you what she.
Okay, yeah. So he's saying basically you were out of town, whatever it is, he didn't feel like you had any time for him.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, my question to that would be, did you plan? Did you ask me to make time? Because I think I made it very clear, even when we did your own show, that I'm a planner. Normally, the last week of the month, I open up my calendar for the month.
Mm.
And if you want to like make time with me because of my schedule, you should just plan it. And so I think that you had an opportunity to plan things, you didn't come through. So then at that point, just my time was no longer like available for you.
Mm.
But I think when it comes to being outside, I do love traveling. I do like hanging out with my friends. I like going out to eat. I like being adventurous, having fun. And if you felt like you couldn't be a part of that, it's just because you didn't allow yourself to. Because I don't think you ever asked me. Like, you never said, like, hey, let's do this, or hey, I see you're outside. What are you doing tonight? You kind of just let me do what I want. And I guess you felt how you felt behind the scenes.
Well, I guess I'm like one I would say one picture that showed me like at the early stage of it, it was just like you just showing that you was like kind of tipsy or whatever, and you was with two guys. And on the picture, I think it was like maybe one was like the bartender or whatever. I'm not sure, but I'm just like, why should I have to even come to you and feel like say something to you about that,
Mm.
even though it was like, dang, I can't call you about after 9, or we can't plan, but you with friends and you drinking and you tipsy, and I'm like, dang, we supposed to been out together and doing other stuff. That's how it was hurtful, and I feel like I didn't communicate with you more on that side about things, but I guess it was just like I was just hoping that we could get do the date and go from there. So that's really where I feel like I wanted to pour my heart out or tell you more about how I felt about everything. But we didn't get to that part. So we here.
Okay. So that picture that he's speaking of, you said you saw it on Instagram?
Was it? Yeah, that's something I followed. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I think I think he's trying to say like it kind of made him a little bit uncomfortable that he's
Mm-hmm.
like, you can't call me after 9, or I can't call you after 9, but you want to be out, and on top of that it's with guys. So I do you kind of see where he's coming from with that, or
Yeah, it kind of just gives a little bit insecure and a
mm,
lack of confidence of like who you are as a man, because you again could have been like, "Hey, it's Saturday. Let's plan something." And I would have said, "Okay." It wasn't like I prioritized my friends or being out. It just was the plan that actually came through. And I think when it comes to men, like again, like you should know if I'm with you, that I'm with you. And so me hanging out with my friends shouldn't have made you feel hurt, because you don't know me. You don't know me. You weren't dating me. You didn't take me out. So how are you hurt from getting to know someone? You just didn't like what you saw.
Okay. Okay. So that's it between you guys? Like, there's been no and how long has it been since you guys have communicated? I didn't even ask that. When was the last time you guys
I
spoke?
think I blocked him like 2 weeks ago.
You blocked him
Yeah,
on.
everything.
Okay. And this was after that failed date.
Yes.
Oh, Terrance, did you know you were blocked?
Well, I didn't know I was blocked on social media, but I didn't. She did show that I was blocked on the phone, but I don't know why. She could have just told me not to call. I wouldn't have called if she told me that. So I don't know why she blocked me. It wasn't like I was like blowing her up or nothing like that. So I don't know. I don't understand that part from her. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. She happy. Like I'm not. Sad or hurt if that's what she want to do. I'm like okay. So.
Okay.
I don't want to try to work it out or try to move on if, with all everything and also with her being like that. So, yeah.
Is he still blocked today?
I unblocked him.
Oh. Okay.
She said she unblocked.
She unblocked you.
I didn't know because I was like, she could see that I wasn't like blowing her up or nothing like that. I feel like we can be friends. You can tell me like, yeah, we can't date or whatever, but I feel like we were supposed to be on a point like where we supposed to be dating and we was good. So how you gonna just be like block me like I didn't cheated or something like we done had a relationship or something? That's what I was feeling. But it's cool.
All right. Any final words? Any final thoughts? Anything you guys wanted to ask each other while you're here?
No, I just would say I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I'm not sad that it didn't work out, but I do know that friendship is a beautiful thing to have, and we can always be friends and just take away the expectations of probably dating, because I would still like to show you around Arizona. We can maybe just try to be civil with each other. I will apologize for blocking you. It's just a habit of mine that I used to just like protect myself from communication, because what's the point if I know I'm not going to speak to you? I don't need to see your name pop up. But overall, I'm grateful. Thank you for being kind to me throughout this whole experience. And I do wish you the best. And I hope you find love in Arizona. It's a real beautiful thing to have.
Okay.
Any final words on your end?
Oh, same back to her. Like, I feel like she gave me good vibes. So it wasn't like my wifey vibe I was looking for, but she still gave me good vibe. We had a good time. So, I'm definitely open to being friends. That's how I felt, from when you was like, trying when you did block me or whatever. I'm like, dang, I thought we was better. I thought we was better than that. So that's another thing that was just like, okay, well, I must was right in my mind about, maybe we just better off being friends.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for, coming in today. I know a lot of people are going to be hurt by this. We were really rooting for y'all. We were rooting for you.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you guys for, speaking your truths, all that good stuff. And thank you everyone at home for tuning in. We will definitely catch you all next time.